Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. The next 3 weeks in Los Angeles are about to turn into an emotional minefield where love, power, and long-buried secrets all collide at once, and no one on the bold and the beautiful will walk away unchanged. Every relationship is being tested. Every alliance is starting to crack, and the people who think they're in control are about to learn just how dangerous desire and jealousy can be when they spiral out of control. Right now, the tension between Hope and Steffi is reaching a breaking point that even the walls of Forrester Creations can feel. What started as professional competition has turned into something far more personal. Hope believes Steffi has been deliberately pushing her out, undermining her influence, and slowly stripping her of her place in the company. Steffi, on the other hand, is convinced that Hope is playing the victim while quietly trying to take what doesn't belong to her. Over the next 3 weeks, this rivalry becomes so intense that even their families start choosing sides. Every boardroom meeting feels like a battlefield, and every polite smile hides 1,000 unspoken threats. As this tension grows, it begins to affect the people closest to them. Finn finds himself stuck in the middle, trying to support Steffi while also feeling sympathy for Hope. He sees how hurt and isolated Hope is becoming, and that concern slowly starts to cross into something more complicated. Hope notices it too. She sees the way Finn looks at her, the way he listens when she talks about feeling invisible and betrayed. At first, it feels innocent, like two people simply sharing their frustrations. But in this world, emotional closeness is never just emotional for long. Steffi starts to sense that something is off. Finn is distracted. He's distant. He doesn't laugh as easily with her, and he seems unusually protective of Hope. Steffi's instincts tell her that she's losing more than just an argument or a job title. She's afraid she might be losing her husband. And when Steffi feels threatened, she doesn't back down. She fights harder, pushes further, and refuses to let anyone take what she believes is hers. Meanwhile, Hope is dealing with her own heartbreak. Her relationship with Thomas is hanging by a thread. Thomas is trying, truly trying, to be the man Hope needs, but the shadow of his past mistakes still hangs over everything they do. Hope wants to believe in him, but every time he makes a small misstep, it feels like a reminder of all the pain he once caused. Over the next few weeks, Thomas becomes increasingly desperate to prove that he's changed, that he's worthy of Hope's love. But desperation can be dangerous, especially when mixed with fear of abandonment. As Hope grows closer to Finn, Thomas starts to notice. He sees the glances, the quiet conversations, the way Hope lights up when Finn enters the room. Jealousy eats at him, and that jealousy starts pushing him toward risky decisions. He begins questioning whether Finn has been too involved in Hope's life, and those doubts soon turn into accusations. What Thomas doesn't realize is that his own insecurity is pushing Hope even further away, straight into the arms of someone who makes her feel safe and understood. Across town, Brooke is watching all of this unfold with growing concern. She knows her daughter is vulnerable. She also knows that getting emotionally involved with a married man, especially one married to Steffi, is a recipe for disaster. Brooke tries to warn Hope, but Hope feels judged and misunderstood. She's tired of being told to put everyone else's happiness ahead of her own. For once, she wants to follow her heart, even if it leads her somewhere dangerous. Steffi, meanwhile, turns to her family for support. Ridge and Taylor both try to reassure her, but their words only go so far. Steffi feels like she's fighting this battle alone. She starts questioning whether she can really trust Finn, and that doubt begins to change how she treats him. The more she pushes him, the more he pulls away, and the more she fears losing him, the harder she tries to hold on. This emotional tug-of-war reaches a boiling point when a shocking moment forces everything into the open. A private conversation between Hope and Finn is overheard, and the truth finally comes out. Steffi is devastated. She feels betrayed not just by her husband, but by Hope as well. The pain cuts so deep that it shakes her to her core, and her reaction sets off a chain of events that no one can stop. While this romantic storm is raging, another dangerous rivalry is taking shape behind the scenes. At Forrester Creations, power struggles are intensifying. Carter and Ridge find themselves at odds over the direction of the company. Carter believes it's time for bold changes, while Ridge wants to protect the legacy he's built. Their disagreement starts out professional, but it quickly becomes personal. Both men believe they know what's best, and neither is willing to back down. This conflict spills over into their personal lives as well. Katie watches Carter become more stressed and distant, and she worries that his obsession with work is going to cost him everything else. Their relationship starts to feel fragile, as if one wrong move could shatter it completely. Katie wants reassurance, but Carter is too focused on proving himself to give her what she needs. At the same time, Bill Spencer is quietly making moves of his own. He's been watching the chaos at Forrester, and he sees opportunity where others see disaster. Bill is never more dangerous than when he smells weakness. Over the next 3 weeks, he begins manipulating events from the shadows, nudging certain people in certain directions, all to benefit himself. His actions may not be obvious at first, but their impact will be huge. Luna and Poppy also find themselves caught up in the drama. Secrets from their past are starting to surface, and those secrets threaten to destroy the fragile stability they've built. Poppy is terrified that the truth will come out, while Luna feels like she's being kept in the dark about something that directly affects her life. The tension between them grows, and when the truth finally emerges, it sends shockwaves through everyone connected to them. Back in the world of Tangled Hearts, Steffi is struggling to hold herself together. She feels humiliated and heartbroken, but she refuses to let anyone see her weakness. Instead, she channels her pain into anger. She becomes more ruthless at work, more controlling at home, and more determined than ever to protect what she believes is hers. But the harder she fights, he never meant to hurt Steffi. She risks pushing he never planned to fall for Hope. But emotions don't always follow plans, and now he's trapped in a situation where someone is going to get hurt no matter what he does. He tries to pull back from Hope, but it's not that simple. Their connection has already gone too far to be easily undone. Hope is torn between what she knows is right and what she feels is true. She doesn't want to be the reason a marriage falls apart, but she also can't ignore the way Finn makes her feel. For the first time in a long time, she feels seen, valued, and understood. That feeling is intoxicating, and it makes her question everything she thought she knew about love. Thomas senses that he's losing hope, and his fear turns into obsession. He starts making promises he may not be able to keep, and those promises lead him down a risky path. He wants to prove that he's the man Hope should choose, but his intensity only makes things worse. The more he tries to hold on, the more Hope feels suffocated. As all these emotions collide, one reckless decision threatens to change everything. A moment of weakness, a stolen kiss, or a secret meeting could explode into a full-blown scandal. And when it does, the fallout will be impossible to contain. Friendships will be shattered, families will be divided, and loyalties will be tested like never before. Meanwhile, Brooke and Taylor find themselves on opposite sides once again. Their old rivalry is reignited as they each try to protect their own children. Brooke believes Steffi is being too harsh, too unforgiving. Taylor thinks Hope is crossing a line she should never have crossed. Their arguments become heated, dragging old wounds back to the surface and reminding everyone just how complicated this family history really is. As the weeks unfold, the tension only grows. Every conversation feels loaded. Every glance feels suspicious. People are hiding things, telling half-truths, and making choices that will come back to haunt them. The air is thick with secrets, and it's only a matter of time before they all come spilling out. By the end of these 3 weeks, nothing will be the same. Relationships that once seemed solid will be hanging by a thread. Alliances will shift. New enemies will be made. And the people who thought they were safe will realize that in this world, safety is just an illusion. Love will be tested. Trust will be broken. And the dangerous mix of rivalry, romance, and temptation will leave everyone wondering who they can really count on when everything starts to fall apart. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.